this is Spoonie, and today I want to share with you a few things I wish I knew about Factorio when I first started playing. When first starting out, instead of placing a few belts next to miners to collect the ore, you can place a box directly at the miner's output and it'll collect the ore without the need for inserters. This one may seem a bit obvious, but it took me longer than it should have to realize I could use splitters to balance output just by adding a belt and turning it in. This is really helpful in eliminating bottlenecks, especially when one side of a belt is being favored. Nuclear reactors get a massive heat bonus when placed next to one another. One nuclear reactor can power 4 heat exchanges on its own, but if you place 2 side by side, they can power up to 16. Connect 4 and that number goes up to 48. If you think the biters are getting through your walls a little too quickly and often, something you can do besides upgrading or increasing the number of turrets you have is to create barricades to slow the bugs down and spread them out a bit more so your turrets can take them out before they do too much damage. Water makes a great natural barrier to stop the biters from getting into your factory. The best part is you don't have to defend it since the biters can't cross it, but that means neither can your trains. You can, however, use robots, underground belts, and pipes to cross narrow water gaps, leaving your natural barriers intact. Deleting items is something that may become necessary, and while you can just drop things on the ground or put them into storage, another way to get rid of unwanted items is to place them into a box and then destroy the box. The items are now gone, and there's no items cluttering up your storage or factory floor. Vehicles move at different speeds depending on the fuel type used. Again, this might seem obvious, but it wasn't something I immediately realized when I started playing. This might not make a big difference early on, but does matter later in the game when you need to move resources longer distances. And finally, leave room to expand. Always be thinking ahead, your factory is going to grow. So making sure that you spread things out makes a big difference later on when it's time to rework a section of your factory.